Okay, Marco, this video is for you specifically. We're going to get started on Amazon's network ads. I'm going to help you get your ad up, go the slow route so you do it right. So we want to start with the basics. So I'm in my KDP account. I'm sure you know how to get to this point, your bookshelf, the Kindle Direct Publishing, etc. Anyways, I have this book that's been selling a lot lately. You know, things go in trends. People are interested in metaphysical or spiritual stuff, and I have about 5 or 6 books in that realm or niche. This one's about chakras. It's a big interest on Amazon. I once had an interest in it, not really much anymore. But it's got a lot of good reviews. These are all actual real reviews I received from just being on Amazon, you know, being under a keyword that people were typing. So, you know, you go to chakras, see it auto-populates what people are searching for, you know, and I just follow the trend on this book. I mean, I had an interest in this, which is why I published it. Otherwise, I would not have. You know, if something doesn't really interest me, I'm not going to make a book on it. I got to have some level of interest in it. So people are looking for books on chakras. You know, people are interested in spiritual stuff, and the vagus nerve is another one. I actually have a book on that too because I saw that people were buying chakra books with how to fix and heal their vagus nerve. That can cause a lot of health problems if you don't have a fully functioning vagus nerve. Anyways, so yeah, this is the pen name for this book. This is just a guy I made up, you know, etc. But anyways, so I don't want to get too deep into book publishing again. So let's go back. We want to place an ad for this book. So you can do it 2 ways. You go to your book and you can go over to the either under Kindle or paperback, and you can go ahead and promote and advertise. Or due to your paperback, it's different. You don't click that button. You would go to the little 3-dot button, and they have a promote and advertise. You can do it right from there. Just so you know, audiobooks you cannot promote on Kindle Direct Publishing platform. You have to actually have a commercial account with Amazon to place Audible ads. Now, just so you know, Audible, which is owned by Amazon, actually places ads for your books in a big, huge pool with everyone else. So your books will automatically advertise, show up in revolving, rotating ads with other similar books. I've seen an ad for your book, Fix Your Toxic Home. I assume that you do not have a commercial account and you're not placing that ad on your own. It's Audible doing it. I've seen ads for my own books floating around when I'm browsing Amazon looking for stuff to buy or whatever. Anyway, so you can promote from here, but really I would do it from up here. This is the actual marketing platform. Now, they both lead to the same thing. But anyways, so you go to the top of your account, click marketing, and then now you're at the marketing resources page. This is where you start. So, Author Central, this is where you make your page. I'm assuming you already did that. If not, I can show you that in another video. But you want to go to... you can do this. Now, by the way, I told you that this increases sales for your books, but you have to give up you can't be greedy. So for instance, running price, this is how I keep all my books optimized without doing anything all year long. I just take 5 or 6 of my books and I rotate them through a free price promotion every month. And that gives me a tremendous amount of KENP views, which you get paid for. In addition to people downloading the free ebook, but then like 30 to 40% of, 20 to 30% of the people that download my ebook, they go and buy the audiobook, and then a very few minor amount will buy the paperback. That's why I run these. So it keeps my old books selling and keeps the reviews trickling in. And it's all algorithmic driven. So you wanna do this this is if you have a lot of books, obviously. Now you can't keep promoting the same book over and over. They only allow you to promote a free book promotion for one book once every 3 months. I have 70 books, so I can go through that rotate through all the books, and I'll always have a book to promote for free. Anyway, so we'll talk about this another day, but right now let's go to and these are the other promotions you can do too. You can put yours in the Prime Reading, which I suggest. That this got me a lot of traffic. I mean, yeah, you're giving up Kindle profit, but you still get paperback sales. So I mean, that's a good thing to take advantage of. They put it in there for I think 2 or 3 months. Your book will be in Prime Reading. A lot of people will download it, and you'll get you'll probably get a ton of inspection business from something like this. All right, so you want to, assuming your books are enrolled, you want to choose a marketplace. So click Amazon.com. We're not going to be running ads in UK or Germany or France, Italy, Canada. You can, Australia, you can, but let's just focus on America for now. Go to Ads Console. All right. Now I used to run a ton of ads. I mean, I have probably over 1,000 campaigns in here. Back in 2018, 19, 20, and looks like 21. September 23rd is when I stopped running ads. It wasn't necessary for me to run them anymore because I was getting organic sales, but they boost everything. They get to the point where you get the organic sales. But as you can see, I have so many. I have over 1,000 campaigns. I came up with little tricks and stuff. Once a campaign made money, I would just duplicate it a couple times. You just carbon copy the campaign, turn it on, and it actually increases your amount of traffic you get. So I got one campaign going now that I started a couple days ago, March 21st, and this is for, I don't remember what book this is for. Let's see what it is. I didn't write it down, so we'll have to look at the ad. Oh, okay, of course, a weight loss book. Or no, not a weight loss book, a diet book. Extremely popular right now. It's called Carb Cycling. Once again, I could care less about this subject matter now, but I used to care about it. I wrote this book 4 years ago. Actually, I didn't write it. I had it ghostwritten. It's like about 100 pages. It's on carb cycling. I actually tried this method, trying to, increase my own personal health and trying to get, ripped and shredded and all that stuff. And it worked, and I was happy with it. So I took an interest in it, and I had a couple books written on it. Anyway, so I placed this ad, and not doing too well. It's been 2 days and I have 127 impressions. That's kind of lousy. But I also did not work too. I did what's called an automatic ad, which I'll show you what that is. They give you options on how to place your ad. I did like the lowest possible ad versus I probably should put some more work into it and did a keyword targeted ad. So let's go back to the campaign. So you have this left panel over here. This is where you're going to control all your ads. So you can start off at accounts overview. This will just give you a general view of the accounts you have. Now I have a manager account, which means I can place ads in multiple countries. I can do ads for authors, ads for books, all that stuff. Then they have the recommendations. it'll tell you once you have ads running, it'll tell you keywords that they think you should add. I usually ignore it because like all the other ad platforms, they just want your money. So you gotta be very careful and very meticulous with these ads. Gotta go very slow because you can lose a lot of money really fast. But so basically you're going to be running the same thing. You're going to have a sponsored ads author account, not a commercial account. And I'm set up to run in these countries here. You have to actually apply to get set up to run in these. So don't worry, we're just going to be doing United States. So let's go back to so you want to go to the campaign manager. This is where you're going to be able to set up your first campaign, which you want to do as soon as possible. Let's get back into my account here. So, all right, under the campaign tab, this is what you'll see. You can create portfolios of books. This is if you have a lot of books. And I used this for 2 books where I think I got like 7 books in crypto and 10 books in dieting. I just don't really care about those books anymore, so they're not delivering. They're actually off. I don't know why it's saying deliver. There's not even any campaign in there. So you want to go to this campaign tab. This is where you're going to create a campaign right here. This stuff here, just ignore this for now. I mean, you can get lost in a rabbit hole. There's just so many tools here for running ads. So when you create a campaign, well, first of all, let's look at the one I have running here. That's for that carb cycling diet book. Why is it doing so poorly? So let's go over here and look. So it gives you all your analytics here, and obviously you can manipulate these columns by clicking on columns and customize them. I don't want to do that right now. You can also manipulate the range, and I always have it set to the last 7 days. I just placed this ad on the 21st right here. So let's see what's going on here. So it's getting top of search, the percentage of top of search impressions a campaign received of all the top of search impressions. So it's obviously I'm not showing up under the first few pages of people typing in whatever is related to this book. I'm below 5%. According to this, I have no clicks. I mean, I'm not going to get any clicks at 168 impressions. That's a joke. But let's click it and find out why. By the way, ACOS is your ad cost of sales. This is an important number because it's going to tell you how much you're paying for each sale. And it's in a percentage basis. So the lower that percentage, the higher profit you make. So let's click the campaign that's currently on. It's going to give you all this data here, a little chart. Now there's nothing in my chart because there's no clicks. I haven't gotten any clicks on my, as you can see, there's nothing here, just 168 impressions. So go over here. Once you click on a campaign, it gives you all these options to look at. Where they're placing your ad. Negative targeting, I don't mess with that. That's where you put in keywords people search for that you don't want to have your ad show for. Budget rules, campaign settings, and then your history. So let's go to placements. So I'm just under, I just placed a general ad. I didn't even target any keywords. I chose for Amazon to figure out where my buyers are for this book. I mean, that's probably the mistake I made. Generally, these kind of ads don't perform too well, and I'm going to show you what I mean. When you place an ad on Amazon, it gives you the option to adjust how you'll be charged. So I'm showing up. This is placement, so it's telling me all my impressions are showing up on product pages. So products for carnivore diet, or I'm sorry, carb cycling related books or supplement. I could be showing up under supplements too, which I don't want to show up under supplements because people buying supplements are not buying books at that particular moment in time. They may be interested in a book in the future, but not right now. I want to show up only under book searches. So this is why could be why I'm not getting any clicks. Rest of search, I don't know. Now dynamic bids down, that means that I'm set up only for whatever I bidded for a click. Let's say I bid 25 cents a click. It's only going to charge me 25 cents a click, or if it finds an opportunity where there's less competition under that search at that particular moment in time, it'll bid down since there's less people or less products appearing, and my bid will be less. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So let's go back to well, let's look at budget rules. Well, I didn't add any. Campaigns. All right, so these are the settings for this existing campaign I have running. You'll have the same thing when you set up a new campaign, which I'll show you in a second. All right, so don't do this. Don't make a portfolio. You only have two books anyway. So you're doing sponsored products for your book. It's a sponsored product. You're going to set up a daily budget for your ad. Now, very rarely is this ever even exceeded by 20 or 30%. As you see, I have 0 charges right now. But I suggest you start at. You can easily exceed this depending on what your cost per click bid. If you bid $1 per click, yeah, you'll blow your budget in a couple hours. But I have my bid for cost per click to my ad. I think it's set at 31 cents for this particular ad. And depending on how popular your subject is, that could be low or high. Now this is what I'm talking about here. I have my campaign set at automatic targeting. That means I entrusted Amazon to go out there and find what keywords and where the buyers are for my book based on algorithmic data. Sometimes this works out great. Sometimes it is a complete waste of time and a joke. Sometimes they deliver people to you that will click but not buy, which means they're the wrong people. So you're best off doing manual targeting, which I'll show you in a second. This can work if you leave it run for a long time. Like Facebook, it'll find your buyers and then optimize it. So it's hit or miss with automatic targeting. You're either going to hit or miss. Just remember that. Campaign bidding strategy. Now this, I suggest that you only do dynamic bids down only. That means it'll fluctuate your cost per click depending on the competition at that particular moment in time. So the cost can only go down. So if there's less competition, your bids will be automatically, let's say you're bidding 31 cents a keyword. Well, if there's less competition for that keyword, Amazon will only charge you like 25 cents at that moment. If there's a ton of competition, you won't exceed 31 cents. Now, if you don't mind paying out your pocket to get the clicks, then you can do up and down, and they'll raise your bids by almost 100%. So if you're at 31 cents per click for a keyword, but there's a ton of competition at that moment, and you don't mind paying more, they could raise it up to 62 cents a click when your ad may be more likely to convert to a sale. And like I said, in the opposite situation, when there's less competition for that keyword, Amazon will lower your bids when less likely to convert to a sale. So if you don't mind paying more and blowing that budget, you could do dynamic bids up and down. But I suggest starting off, just do down only. That way you won't blow past your cost per click, which we're going to get to down here. And they even let you can even bid what your percentages are right here. You can put caps on it. So that's the campaign settings. So let's go ahead and make an ad so you can see all this in actual. So you go back to the left pane over here, Campaign Manager, Campaign, Create Campaign. So here's the 3 options it gives you. You could do sponsored brands, sponsored product, or promote ebooks on the lock screen of Kindle devices. Don't even mess with this. Most people don't even read those devices anymore. I mean, there are obviously people reading them, but you want promote product listing. You could also do the brand next when you have when you have your books set up in a brand fashion, um, which I don't believe you're there yet, but you will be very soon once you get like a couple books, and you get like a brand name for your books. Then it'll be an ideal situation for you. So for the sponsored, this is what you want to do: sponsored products. You automatically find keywords, target keywords. You can target products. So let's say there's other books selling that you wanna associate your Toxic Home book with. Well, you can have it show up alongside those products when people do a search for that. All right. So here's the two ads you could do. And first of all, when you get to this page, it's going to auto-populate all the books that you have. I have 141 book formats. It's going to show paperback and Kindle in here, not Audible. It will show, I believe, hardback too if you have a hardback version, which I recommend because people do buy hardbacks. I like hardbacks. But let's go to that chakra book. That's the one I wanted to use as an example. I don't know where it's at, so I just type it in here and see. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing up. That's weird. Noah. I mean, it should show up. I mean, search by book title. Chakras. Forward. Maybe you have to type the whole thing. This doesn't even make sense. I mean, obviously I have the book in there. There it is. That's weird. See how this doesn't make sense. Here it is right here. I'm typing it in and it's not showing up. But now it's showing up under a no search, all general, whatever. See, that annoys me. I don't understand that. But anyway, so here it is. So I want to do the paperback because you make more money on paperback. Kindle, what is that? $1 royalty, $1.25. Screw that. It says most people don't really buy the Kindle. They buy Audible or paperback. So you add it. It adds the product. We're going to do a custom text ad. If you do the standard ad, you can't write any text in an ad. It just shows your book and a description like this and then the reviews. They both work. So, let's do the standard ad. Once again, the only difference is, and I'll show you this one, is Amazon gives you a little box where you could create your own little classified ad. So if you know how to write a good headline in addition to your book showing up, that's a good way to go. So this is where I was talking about before. You don't want to do automatic targeting. It's hit or miss. See, Amazon will target keywords and products that are similar to the product in your ad. So we don't really know where they're going to show it. I mean, eventually, after a couple days, you'll get the data. It takes a few days, by the way, to get the data, which has been for mine because that ad I showed you has been running since the 21st of March. So you want to do manual targeting. You want to target the keywords people, or you can do product targeting too. That actually may be better for your book because I'm still unclear as to what keywords people might put into Amazon looking for a book of your Fix Your Toxic Home. I mean, they're not going to type in Fix Your Toxic Home unless they're responding to an ad where you have your book out there, like a press release or some sort of advert in a publication where they're looking for your book specifically. They'll type in Fix Your Toxic Home, but you don't need an ad for that. It'll show up anyways because there's not many other books named Fix Your Toxic Home. So I'm going to show you both versions of this. So if you do keyword, here's how you target keywords. First of all, you got to go to the keyword targeting box here. Now Amazon's going to give you 3 options for keywords. They're going to give you their suggested ones based on what's out there right now with books. Now for that particular book, the chakra book, generally this is the type of people searching. This is what they're typing according to Amazon, these keywords right here. So it looks like a lot of women are buying them. Self-help books for women, mind books, tarot card, numerology, basically a bunch of occult, spiritual. Tarot is divination, a lot of divination. I believe this is an author, a psychic. Spiritual book, Reiki, that's a spiritual thing. Self-help, meditation. So this is all in the same genre. And look, but here's what's disturbing me. This is all new. I haven't run ads in a few years, as I showed you. These suggested bids on these keywords have gone up like crazy. I mean, this is expensive. They used to be 10, 20 cents, 25 cents, and some still are, but broad and phrase. You want exact. Look how expensive that is. You're paying almost the price of a stamp for someone just to click on your ad, and that doesn't even guarantee they're going to buy your book. So advertising has become expensive. Now, you won't always pay these prices. Often it'll be lower, because remember, we have that dynamic bidding thing going on, which I'll show you up there. Okay, so here's the other thing. So you could have Amazon create the keywords for you, which it'll take. I can't do it because in your account, I don't have your book in my account, but it'll look at your book and figure out some keywords that might be ideal for your particular book. But don't take it to heart, because you can create your own by clicking on enter list. But first of all, under suggested, which is Amazon's, you want to filter by, you want to only have exacts. You don't want phrase or broad, because we don't really know. Like, let's take self-help book. So the broad, I mean, we don't know what other words are being added in there under broad or phrase, because what broad or phrase keywords mean is the buyer, the searcher, is typing in other words in addition to self-help book. It could be at the end of it, could be beginning, it could be someone looking for get rich quick self-help book, or maybe heal my health self-help book. May have nothing to do with chakras, which is my book. So I don't want unqualified buyers. I don't want to be charged for an unqualified buyer looking for a self-help book that has nothing to do with my book. So I'm going to eliminate broad and phrase and only do exact. So you just unclick these, and then it dwindles it down to exact only. So like a lot of these, and here's where you add them. You click add. I don't know what these are. I mean, they may not be interested in chakra, but someone typing chakra is going to be interested. So I'm going to add that, obviously. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But look what the Amazon's telling me, that this is the average bid that other advertisers are paying. And I think that's bullshit. That is a lot of money. Like I said, these used to be 10 to 20 cents. But if you think that you will convert a buyer, then pay it. Because if you're only paying 50 cents and you sell a paperback of Kindle and you make $10, then obviously your ad cost of sale is like barely 10%. So that is a good profit. And it should follow that formula as you increase. You can increase your bid and it should convert in that fashion, usually. But it doesn't always work out that way. So anyways, so under Amazon's suggested keywords, numerology, no. Chakra, yes. Tarot, maybe. Tarot and chakra are very similar. So the person that's looking for tarot decks might be interested in chakra, but for 44 cents, I'm not going to pay 44 cents. You know what? I'm going to wait till the competition gets low, and I'm going to put in a different bid in here. I'm going to bid 25 cents, because I believe that there will be times where there will be less competition and I can make a sale at 25 cents. My tarot, or the book for the chakra book. So we'll low bid that. Now, someone that's actively looking for chakra, I'm going to probably leave this around 48 cents. I'm not willing to pay 53 cents. Now also, they also give you the ability to make the bids all the same on all keywords. That was that default bid you see right here, which is set, I believe down here somewhere. We'll get there. I'll show you that. But right now, oh, whoops, this is wrong. Not $25. Good God, can you imagine paying? By the way, you gotta be very careful here, okay? Very careful. If you screw up, it's on you. When you put these bids in, make sure you put in the decimal point. Like I just had $25 in there. Well, they would have charged me $25 per click, and believe me, your book will show up number one, and you'll get like 20, 30, 50 clicks, and you'll go through a couple $100s in a flash and lose all that money. I've made that mistake before. Amazon won't stop it. They'll actually be happy. Like, hey, you screwed up. Too bad. I'm taking your money. You know, no, what kind of fool pays $25 a click? Well, I've done that before, not only on Amazon, but also on Google. And Google's even worse. Anyways, yeah, make sure you got that decimal point in there. Otherwise, you'll get ripped off. All right, going down Amazon's suggested keywords. No. Yes, chakra. Anything in chakra is going to be a potential buyer for my book. Tarot book, yeah, possibly. We're going to adjust ones that are a little bit minor. I'm going to adjust those bids. Akashic records, yes, that has a lot to do with chakras. Meditation too. So chakra is meditation, so that's going to have some relevance. Chakra healing, yes. Energy healing, yes, because chakra are supposed to be our energy centers in our body. These aren't really good keywords. But you want as many keywords as possible. I've often put up to 700 keywords in here. But I have a software program that creates them, which I'll show you in a second, which is independent of Amazon. It's a third-party vendor. I actually showed it to you before in another video. Here's some more chart. Okay, so I'm just doing examples here. Oh, look, here's one that matches my book title almost exactly. But look what Amazon says people are paying for that keyword. 82 cents. That's crazy. Almost $1. So that means everyone that clicks on my ad, I could be paying anywhere between 50 to 82 cents, depending on how bad the competition is that particular day. Well, you know what? I'm not willing to pay that. I'll wait till the competition comes down, and I'm willing to pay maybe 55 cents, okay? Which there will be days where you'll get conversions at that, but I'm certainly not paying 80 cents all the time. And they even give you a range here. Amazon will say, look, you can get sales between these ranges depending on the competition. But I'm going to go even lower. Don't always take what they say for heart. Remember, they make money off advertising. So they kind of like are too enthusiastic. Like here's one, chakra healing. I could go as low as 35 cents a click and maybe get a sale on less competitive days. But on high competitive days, I need to be up around almost 50 cents a click. Well, me being on a budget-minded advertiser and not rich with unlimited funds to spend, I'm going to definitely optimize this campaign for the lower ones. I'll wait for the low-end days because they do happen. Believe me, they happen every week, sometimes multiple times in a day. All right, so we added some keywords. We can go down this list forever and find more. I mean, there's just tons of keywords here. It looks like there's probably about 120. Usually they tell you how many are here. They're not saying it for some reason. So that's one way you could add keywords. Now, let's say you just are on a strict budget and you don't want to adjust any of these bids by what I've been doing, and you just want one general wild card bid. You could set all these bids to be the same bid. So what you do is you go over here. Also, when you're setting up the bids, they give you the option to these three options. You can go ahead and just use Amazon's suggested bid. Do not do that because they're going to add those high cost per clicks in there. You'll lose a ton of money. Or you can do the custom bids, which is what I'm doing right now. So if you click that, you know, it sets it to where you do a custom bid, the wildcard bid. Once again, let's go back to suggested bid. So if we have suggested bid, this is where it suggests a bid, and when you add the keyword, it puts that suggested bid in there. Well, I don't like any of these. I mean, normally I would go through all these and adjust them. Like this one's too high, I would adjust that down. But when you have over 100 keywords that you add in there, that becomes very time consuming. Sometimes it's easier just to go in here, do a custom bid, which is the wildcard bid, and set this to like, I don't know, 39 cents for all keywords. All. So you put 39 cents in there and it'll make all your keywords defaulted bid. But only you have to add them. You have to do this before you add them, otherwise it's not going to change the ones you already got in there. So I would just remove all these and re-add them, and then they'll show up as 30. Like for instance, if we go and add Reiki book, add it. Whoops. So there it is. It just added that keyword at the 39 cents because that's the new wildcard bid I have. Even though Amazon's suggested bid was 60 cents a keyword. Yes, forget that. So you can do that, or you can do default bid, where you can raise or lower all your set amounts in bulk. So if you click that, it allows you to just adjust them whenever you want to. Okay, so moving on, let's go down to, well, first of all, I am going to actually activate this ad, so I want to, I'm only going to use these keywords here. I want to do custom bids, so I'm going to lower some of these. Now you can hit the return button when you adjust these. You don't have to hit save. So energy healing, that's kind of off topic. This is obviously an extremely relevant keyword, but I'm not willing to pay almost $1 a click for someone to click on my ad. I'll pay 42 cents, but I'm not paying 72 cents. I mean, anytime something exceeds the cost of a stamp on cost per click, it bothers me. Now I know other advertisers. Don't listen to me, Marco. If you are willing to spend the money to get sales, do it. But you gotta. What I suggest is you test first and see which ads actually convert to sales, then go ahead and scale up the budgets, because once an ad converts into sales, whatever the settings are set at, leave the settings alone, just increase the daily budget and the daily cost per clicks on it, because your ad will show you, the analytics will show you which keywords are converting sales. So you go in there and let's say that chakra healing is converting 5 sales a day at 35 cents. Well, I'm gonna up that bid to 55 cents, and then what will happen is you'll get more sales. It's very simple. That's how it works. That's how you make money with advertising online, with online ads. There's no way around. You have to test. You have to start small, super small budgets, see which ads convert. You got to test new headlines. You got to do custom text ones. You got to try the automatic targeting ones. Sometimes those work. So moving on, negative targeting keywords. That's for keywords where you want your book not to show up. So if there's certain keywords people type in and your book accidentally shows up, but they're not like looking for your book, you want to type that in. Really, I don't mess with that too much unless there's like brand names I don't want to be associated with. This is that dynamic up and down we talked about. Make sure you select dynamic down only. That way on less competitive days, your cost per click will go actually down. But like I said, if you're willing to pay more money, do that. And on competitive days, your bid will go up to get you a sale. You know, you're basically telling Amazon, hey, look, on a competitive day, I still want my book to show up under search results, and I'm willing to pay more for it. So bid my thing up and above. Let's say you're doing 35 cents a click. Well, basically now you're telling Amazon you're willing to spend up to 70 cents a click on a competitive day. So that's what that does. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. My books aren't that good to blow the competition out of the water. I stay in the lower range, down only. Or you could even do fixed bids, and that means that that is stupid actually, because on a less competitive day, Amazon's going to charge you whatever's in here no matter what. Whereas on the down one, they actually will lower your bid. So you want to do this one. There are advantages to doing this, but we'll get into that at another time. Make sure you name your campaign here. So, well, you only have a couple books, so you're not going to know which book you're running for. Don't worry about portfolio. You could set a time range on your campaign. I usually do, the start date is today. The end date, you don't need to put this in there because you could turn the ad off anytime you want. Here's Amazon's suggested budget based on all the other people running ads similar to yours. You're never going to exceed that. At these prices, it just is not going to happen. They're not going to. I usually set it at 25 to 50. I mean, as you saw, my other campaign's been active for 3 days and I got 0 clicks. I mean, you're never going to exceed this unless you have really high cost per clicks. What is this? Oh, see, I made look at this. You got to be careful, man. Look, I put $40 in there. But look, Amazon warned me. This is new. That's good. They probably got so many complaints from this happening that they had to put this warning in there. I would have paid $40 a click. You got to make sure you put that decimal point in there, 40 cents, not $40. Now that is my fault because I accidentally did a typo and didn't put the decimal point in. And believe me, I would have got 20, 30 clicks in a day at $40. You know how much that is? $40 times 25 clicks, $1,000. Now, I would not have been charged $1,000 because my daily budget was set at $25. So this protects you in case something like that happens. They can't exceed that daily budget. See, it even says right here, the amount you're willing to spend on this campaign each day. If the campaign spends less than your daily budget, the unspent amount can be used to increase your daily budget on other days of the calendar month. Whatever. So just keep it simple. Protect yourself with that right there. And by the way, like I said, don't listen to me. If you're willing to spend $100 a day, put that at $100, up your bids, and set this to dynamic up and down, and you'll get results and sales a lot faster. They may not convert. You may get a lot of clicks and low conversions. Your ad cost of sale may be like 50-60%, but even at 50-60%, you're still making a profit. It's a small profit, but it's a profit nonetheless. So when I click this, that'll launch a campaign. So just go back over everything. So, all right, I'm bidding. Here's what I'm bidding on these keywords. Everything looks good. Everything's got the decimal point. It's not very many keywords. I could go down and add more, but I mean, a lot of these have nothing to do with a chakra book. So Amazon's not the best at pulling keywords out for you. Now, I'm not going to launch this ad yet because I want to show you another option is to enter your own keywords or upload a file. And there's a couple ways you can do this. So go back over here. You can remove all your keywords at once by clicking Remove All, and it removes them all. And we're going to click Enter Your Own List of Keywords. So Amazon, to get your own keywords, you might be thinking, oh, I'll just go to the Google Keyword Planner, right, and download all the keywords. Well, no. I used to do that, and actually it can work for some things, but here's the problem. For some reason, the people on the Amazon network searching for books do not type in the same keywords that people on Google are searching for. I don't know why that is. It's like two different breeds of people. People on Amazon just have different keywords they type in. So you gotta first of all, remember you want to do exact keywords. Don't do broad or phrase. Actually, broad and phrase is ideal for branding, which we'll get into later. So I know chakra is obviously a keyword. Chakra for beginners. Chakra meditation. Now, let's say you can't think of any more keywords. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Open up a window that goes to the Amazon shopping homepage. Where people are looking for books. So books, all right, or you could do ebooks. I guess it doesn't really matter. Kindle store, yeah, do Kindle store. All right, that was me. I have a cybersecurity book I just launched. That's why I put that in there. So let's type chakra. Now remember, Amazon does auto-populate, so what people are searching for, it auto-populates. So you can find keywords by doing this. So alright, so people looking for chakra books are typing in this stuff right here. Here's some first 10 keywords, 11 keywords right here that you can put in there. So we'll do healing, chakra body, chakra for beginners, chakra pani. So alright, so chakra healing for beginners, chakra made easy, chakra and vagus nerve, did you see what Amazon just did? They're even trying to suggest keywords to you when you're typing them in yourself. So watch, chakra, see? But they don't match what's in the search bar. This is what people are actively searching for right now. But when they suggest keywords in the advertising platform, they're not relevant. These aren't books. These are products. This is how sensitive your market is. People looking for a chakra necklace or decker, generally speaking, are not in that moment looking for a book. They might be looking for a book. Like here's one relevant keyword Amazon gave me. This stuff is so important because this is where you're going to make or lose money. Keywords are very important. Very, very, very important. It's everything. It's 100% of advertising. It's not like classified ads in a newspaper. The marketplace has become very segmented. Your buyers are in like little pools scattered throughout the internet world. And finding those little pools is getting really hard because just everyone's being segmented down in these little sub niches after sub niche after sub niche. So I'm not going to put these in here because I know that, yes, one of them might buy my book, but it may cost me money and not be worth it. I want something that's likely to lead into a sale. The most, path of least resistance. People actually looking for, chakra book. So we'll put that in there because that made sense for Amazon. So going back, we got chakra meditation, chakra made easy. And I do believe Chakra Made Easy is a book title out there. What was that other one? Yoga and meditation. Make sure you spell them right. Very important. Okay, now look. Now Amazon gives you more. It's just so freaking overwhelming. Okay, so they gave me more. Whatever you type in, Amazon's going to auto-populate some queries people are doing on what they claim are doing on there. It even says it here, not all of these shoppers' queries are eligible for targeting. So they're giving you some of these queries, but some of them may not even be relevant for your book, or even will they even allow it to be displayed under these keywords. But chakra meditation book definitely is going to be a relevant keyword for me, so I'm going to click that one. So that makes sense. Alright, so I got a custom bid on these. I'm doing custom bid, by the way, so all of them are going to be set at 39 cents. Now remember, you could change this to suggested bids or default bid. I would do custom bid for now, and then the ones that will really convert, you can adjust them up when they get over here. I'll show you what I mean. So that's one way we can get keywords. So let's say we keep typing chakra 4. So we got for beginners and I have no clue what the heck placenta, the forgot. Okay, that sounds like some weird fictional book. Definitely not putting that in there. So that's one way. Chakra meditation. All right, so that's about all I'm gonna get. They're not gonna really show anymore. This is like the top searches right now going on. But in the more or less competitive search keywords or less traffic, you still got people that can convert to sales for you at less cost for you. So you don't want to overlook those. So we need more keywords. And that's where this software I have, which is very cheap, I recommend you buy it. But, well, no, don't buy it. You could actually, you ever want me to run it for you, I can. It's called KDP Rocket. I know the developer that made it. He's a really cool dude. It's for people that have a lot of books and they constantly need keywords and analyzing your competition. So we need AMS keyword. He has an option here for the Amazon marketing keyword search. Coming up with keywords for a book category. So let's click that. You can search under these. Since I'm doing the paperback. By the way, books is paperback, Kindle only is ebook. So I want to do book because that's where you make most money with paperback and hardback, not the ebook version. But remember, the ebook leads into other sales, so don't drop the ebook version. But anyways, chakra. Just type the most general. I don't know what the heck your keyword would be. Maybe home remodeling or something. I'm not sure, but let's just continue on this for now so you know how to set up an ad. So we need more keywords. So it's going to search the whole Amazon network and come up with possible keywords here. Obviously, not all these am I going to put in here. I might put these in here even though they're not looking for a book, but I'm going to adjust that cost per click bid down low because if they are going to click, I don't want to pay much for it because I don't know if they're going to lead to a sale. Now this, I'm going to bid higher because I know that this has a very high possibility of leading to a sale, especially since my book has 60 positive organic reviews that I didn't have to do anything to get. And yeah, so you can filter these keywords. He has an API. That's how he's able to get this from Amazon. It just channels the info right into this little thing here. What a lot of publishers do is they add all these books. Now you can also associate your book with other book titles, and these are search results that this thing comes up with, where you can target titles on other books. That's a good strategy you should use for your book. See what books are selling that are similar to yours, which not very many, I don't think, only a couple, and they weren't even selling that great. So I think you should target another version of a horizontal interest in someone that might, like I said, real estate agents, home buyers, that are those kind of books that you want to target to show up. So for my chakra book, here's all the chakra book titles that are selling, and I can analyze them and see how well they're selling too up here. And these are all books. It's only going to pull books, not products, only books. This software is not going to put products in here like crystals and incense or something like that, just books. So what I might do is actually target all these books, because anyone buying any of these books or typing in these titles to buy are prospects for my book. So what I'll do is unselect all, because I don't like all these keywords. I don't need them. Most of them are not relevant to my book. So how do I gotta unclick all of these.